and welcome to the brand new season of The Review, the show where we go over everything entertainment news. I am your host, Ella Starr, from the illustrious campus of Clark Atlanta University, and today we'll be discussing the latest award show to air during the WGA/SAG strike, the VMAs. We'll dive into performances, awards, and of course all the mess. It would not be the VMAs without any controversy, and joining me today will be my very beautiful co-host, Miss Amaya Kaylin.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm chilling.
We're
baby.
back.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Woo. So we have to start our show with the agreement that was reached last night, Sunday, September 24th, late last night. The WGA and AMPTP reached a tentative 3-year deal that has yet to be ratified, so we don't know if the strike will be completely ending.
Okay.
But it has ended an almost 5-month strike.
Wow. They are strong
They are very strong.
and hungry, huh?
Shout out to the Writers Guild of America, showing that there is truly solidarity in numbers, and shout out to SAG-AFTRA, who has not yet reached a deal. They are still on strike, and, you know, we stand in solidarity with you until a fair contract is had for all actors and writers in our industry.
You said 3 years.
Speaking of writers.
3 years?
3 years. It's only 3 years. We'll be back here in 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of writers,
Maybe it's like a free trial?
Speaking of writers, the VMAs almost did not happen because there was no writer to actually write the show. And they were very skeptical about having Nicki Minaj host without a teleprompter. However, there were multiple teleprompters, both during the actual award show and the pre-stage show. And the teleprompters actually got a couple people in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Notably, Miss Sweetie. Sweetie was having a lot of trouble reading off of the teleprompter.
Hold on. But she ate that second time. She did eat the girlies up that second time. She ate that right on
It's
that.
clear that she had a little bit more practice on the second run, but once the pre-show started, it maybe wasn't big enough for her to see, or she didn't know what she was actually supposed to be saying. But she was having a lot of trouble. Even her questions she was struggling a little bit with. You can tell just naturally when people host award shows, they read the question and then they do their own little personality spin on it. She was asking questions straight off the card, and it was very, very noticeable, and it almost took a couple of the artists that she was interviewing off guard. Chloe and Halle looked a little like thrown off by like the bluntness of it.
You knew, girl.
It was giving very New Girl on the Block. It was. It really was.
You know that? Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, you're not used to this.
The downfall started when she saw the people do that little thing, that trick on the red carpet.
Probably.
They like bounce like, she was like, what are they? Oh, hi guys. Like, that's where the downfall started. Immediately though.
Not everybody is meant to be a host. Truthfully, as many times as we do this, it takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of prep work.
Yeah.
I don't think Sweetie did or got any of that sort of training. Like, we work on this, you know?
Yeah.
I think Sweetie would have benefited a little bit from a little CAUTV boot camp. Just a tiny bit.
But she did she took herself a break. She heard some good music and she came back and she ate us up.
And she actually caught the joke going viral on Twitter in the show.
Yes.
And mentioned it.
Yep, I'm sure she knew, because I would have told her to, baby, you. Girl.
You're not doing what you thought you did.
You was stumbling over them words like you was stumbling over that long behind dress. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
Jesus.
pretty bad. Not as bad as what she had on, which we'll get into a little later.
Not too much on Miss Icy Girl.
But moving on, right after the pre-show, we moved straight into the award show. And Lil Wayne started the award show, which I thought was a beautiful moment because this year, 2023, is the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. And as large as this conversation has been, I feel like Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj have been left out of the conversation.
Yes.
Which is very important, because had Lil Wayne not continued with Young Money, we would have seen the end of like things like Bad Boys, like major record labels that can sign artists and like really prove their longevity. And had we not had Nicki Minaj, we probably wouldn't have any more long-lasting chart-topping female rappers.
Thank you.
To the point today where female rappers almost outnumber
Yes.
male rappers
Very
in
much
most
so.
of these categories.
They
these
eat them
days.
up every time.
They do. So I love that the VMAs gave Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj the nod.
Because the Grammys was like, yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
Who else is like, yeah, no, it's okay?
it's okay.
BET?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's okay. Like, girl, excuse you.
yeah,
First of all, your best artist of the year said her inspo was Nicki Minaj. Where's Nicki?
yeah.
Oh, I forgot they beefing.
There's
Oh,
a lot
bad
of
time,
profanity
bad time,
going
bad
on in that moment. A lot of the song was bleeped out.
Okay.
But you know, it's okay. What was a little strange is that they went straight from him into Olivia Rodrigo.
What?
Yeah,
What kind of transition did that?
yeah. And then they went straight from Olivia Rodrigo to Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
So Nicki Minaj did in fact host the show. She had a little wardrobe malfunction. Her shoe wouldn't buckle, so she missed the first 2 cues.
Oh, okay.
To open the show. So they sort of just had the camera sitting on the podium waiting for her, which is a weird sort of moment because it was like a minute of dead space on air. And then she sort of waddled out and announced like, "Oh, my
The
shoe
way that
buckle
she
was
waddled
broken."
out was ridiculous.
It was, you know, that little like video with the Madagascar penguins, and they're like, dun, 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 dun. That's what it gave.
No, it's giving. Oh, we gotta go. Trying to get to her plane.
Yeah, that's exactly what it gave. But she had some pretty funny moments throughout the
Yeah.
night. She won an award, and she asked the crowd. She said, "Barb, should I be nice? Should I be nice?" So if you guys weren't aware of the mini beef she has started with so many of the current female rappers, the most notable ones was probably Remy Ma and Cardi B. Cardi B was in the audience and performed with Megan Thee Stallion that night, basically asking, should I be nice or should I like flaunt, because Cardi B did not win an award that night, but she did in fact perform. The problem being, Cardi B was no longer in the audience when she won that award.
Yeah.
Cardi B was gone and out the stadium and on her way to the after party. Already. They did the performance. Her and Megan did the performance
She
and
sat
dipped.
in the car or something.
No, her and Megan did the performance. They went backstage, they sat for a little bit, and then they dipped.
Oh, okay. They must have been like In-N-Out burgers.
They weren't there, I can tell you that much.
Not
Well, they
that-
were in
it was
Jersey,
like
so there was
3
no
hours
In-N-Out.
of show. The after party didn't happen until like an hour after the show. So I can imagine how long they was just.
They didn't stay at the show, was the point being made. So for the shade that she was throwing, nobody was in the room to receive it.
Yeah.
Which, sorry to the Barbs,
Oh.
is a little weird,
Oh.
considering how grown she is.
Well, actually, I wish I had something to say about that because, you know, I do call myself a deadbeat Barb.
But you can't say anything to it, is my point. It's
Call
my
me
point.
there. Well, you call her because it ain't going to do me.
Speaking of weird, Victoria Monet was
Oh.
in attendance at the show. Victoria Monet has had a lot of success recently, but a lot of her own personal success. But she has been a industry staple for years. She's been a songwriter for years. Most of Ariana Grande's biggest songs were either written or written in part by Victoria Monet. So she is no stranger to the VMAs, the Grammys, any of it. The VMAs told her management that she was not big enough of an artist to perform on any stage at the VMAs, and she was only asked to attend. Here's my thing. The VMAs, specifically the VMA Music Awards, have made so many artists bigger than what they were at the moment. Britney Spears and Lady Gaga are the most notable to come to mind because as soon as people saw their music videos and their video performances at these award shows, MTV specifically, they were instant like chart toppers. They showed like the true creativity of both Britney and Lady Gaga, and it boosted them as an artist. Like the whole point was to boost new artists. So why couldn't she perform, if not even on the main stage, an extended stage?
Yeah, it's giving, no. Let's just talk about it. It's giving main stage. It's definitely
It
giving main
was.
stage. On My Mama, On My Hood, I Look Fly, I Look Good, it ate.
Yes, it
It
did.
ate in every way. The song, the visuals, the dance, the hair, the
It did.
makeup, the car, everything, the license plate. It just ate down from top to bottom. The way that they had Normani up there, they could have had her up there.
Yes, absolutely.
That's very possible. Because what Normani, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there.
What to go there? what's not bigger than selling out your entire tour
Right.
in less than 3 minutes?
What's not bigger than 4.7 million views on YouTube on your music video? I'm not big enough. You know what? I'll show you big. Just give me a second.
Listen, almost every song Ariana Grande's performed on the VMA stage has been a Victoria Monet song.
I ain't gonna say I wouldn't have shown up, but I would have cut up for sure.
You know who didn't show up?
Who?
SZA.
Oh!
So let's talk about why SZA didn't show up.
When was it? It was on the weekend?
Huh?
It was on the weekend?
No,
That's
it
why
was
she
not.
didn't show up.
So SZA's manager pulled her performance because he asked the VMAs why she was not nominated for Best Artist of the Year. She was only nominated for Best Video, which she won for Kill Bill, but she was left out of the Best Artist conversation. So her manager, when she got the invitation to perform and for her arrival, asked why isn't she included in that conversation, given who actually was nominated that year. And they basically gave her manager the runaround. And said, well, it wasn't really our decision, and, it's some other things that she hasn't done to, get into Best Artist. And he basically said, if y'all are going to keep playing in my face, she's not going to be there. And I assume they kept playing in his face because she was not there.
That's what he said.
And that's what he did.
Playing in my face.
Right.
Okay.
I think that the whole MTV Awards is sort of piggybacking off of, shall we say, culture.
Okay.
While trying to still appease to Taylor Swift fan base.
Okay.
And so we had a lot of random artists, like Jared Leto announced 50 years of hip hop.
Who's that?
Jared Leto, as in the Joker from Suicide Squad. Exactly.
50 years of hip hop.
Yes.
So they just was trying to promote diversity or something, because, I get it now. I got it eventually. But Wyclef introducing Shakira was the most confusing thing I saw in my life.
No, that probably made the most sense.
That made sense because it's the producer or
Right.
whatever. But what was they? It's because they had no writers, wasn't it? Yep.
I think that's what, I think it's because there was no black people in the room.
Oh, where they went?
When you don't hire black folks tend to not be there.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
I think it was seriously lacking a lot of thought on the cultural side. So this year, the VMAs were bilingual because Shakira was the Video Vanguard Award winner. And they had a lot of performances in Spanish, but they had performances and advertisements in Spanish, but they sort of just threw the words out there. The artists were sort of there with no real explanation to the set or the actual music. Peso Pluma performed with the mariachi band, which is a very cultural thing for Mexican people. And it was just sort of placed in the middle of the show, just dropped.
Okay.
Rather than having an actual flow of order where Lil Wayne is starting the night because it's 50th years of hip hop.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo was starting because she won all these awards last year. There was no actual explanation. There was no rhyme or reason to why they did a lot of things. Which I think
I still can't get past Lil Wayne, Olivia Rodrigo, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Why did y'all do that to that girl?
We'll get to it in performances when we get back. And when we come back, we'll have a special guest joining us to talk about fashion and the rest of the performances of the night. So we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the review, where we are going over the MTV Video Music Awards, and joining us now is a very special guest, Ms. Genesis Nutopia.
Hi.
The new kid on the block. Welcome to the show. Welcome to campus.
Thank you for having me. I've been doing my research and stuff in the back. Let's get into it.
I'm so very excited. So naturally, when we talk MTV Awards, we have to talk fashion, because I think it's really a time for artists and their stylists to show off their creativity and, all the things that they are really into. So starting us off, Victoria Monet. She had this short brown cutout outfit with the ties and the gold dangles with the matching gold hair.
Why
You're
the
making a face.
Yeah, why the face?
I mean, I got it. Like, I got where she was going with the outfit. And I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't like, oh, she ate. It was like, oh, okay.
It was
Arts
very
and crafts.
That's
Origami.
not what I was gonna say.
Wait a
That's not what I was
minute.
gonna say.
Oops, sorry.
It was very much her style. So she started the Jaguar Part 2 tour the night after, and it gave very much like the end of Jaguar 1.
Like cave woman, like the cutouts. It gave like very like rugged. I like it. I personally love earth tones on black women. I love when black women incorporate like browns and greens into their wardrobe. So I loved it. And then the hair, like all of it matched.
Yeah,
and gold
hey,
on black
for
women is so
an extent.
beautiful.
To an extent.
That's her favorite color to wear, brown.
I see the statement. I think I see the statement.
That's
Like
what
with
I
the
said.
Jaguars
I
wore.
got what she was trying to do.
Yeah, I see the statement.
But was it my favorite?
No.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to Shakira. Maybe this one will be a little better for you.
Shakira.
Moving on to Shakira, who wore a shiny sort of gold and silver mermaid outfit with the matching like wavy hair. It gave like very like Shakira and Beyonce
I was
like
about to say, it
beautiful
makes
Liar
sense.
era.
Yeah.
Like it was very Shakira pre the divorce,
Oh.
which I loved.
I mean, I could see Beautiful Liar. However, I didn't like the tone on her. I feel like it washed her
gets a
out.
little shiny.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it washed her out. But I do see the correlation between Beautiful Liar because that was my video.
I love
So
that video.
yeah, I love that video.
It gave like shiny and like
like a brand new start, like a reinvention.
yeah.
Eat 'em up.
Which she did very much eat 'em up when she
did.
performed that song about the cheating
She
husband.
really
in the middle of
did.
her
I was
set.
like,
yes, it was so good.
bold.
The girlies did not perform like the girlies back then no more.
They really don't
Exactly.
because
I ain't seen nobody crowd surfing in a long time.
We need
And I ain't see nobody crowd surfing to security on purpose. I thought she was with the audience. She had set people right
He
there.
said when I
Right.
lean forward,
You catch me.
catch me.
Knock that little black boy out the way.
I'm crying.
Let me catch me.
I liked it. All the crawling on
It
the
was
floor. It was
great.
so
I loved her.
Shakira.
She ate
Like
it up. I was like, oh, Shakira.
We're gonna get all into it. We're gonna go through it in a moment. Speaking of performances, though, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B with their new collaboration Bonkos, their performance outfit was really, really cute to me. It was
I
a
loved
play
it.
on the Cardi's outfit from the video. They had the matching background dancers, the blue leotards, and all the rhinestones and the tassels. I think it's so cute. And then they had the curly afros to match,
Bird.
yes.
which I really love because it was the bongos in and of itself is sort of like Cardi going back to her Dominican roots,
Yes.
rather than leaning into like the black side of hip hop, like really like going through what makes music. So I love that she got to like just play with her curly hair. I didn't realize how little she was
Me,
until she was sitting next to
just
Megan.
about to say that. I
Yes.
was like, Megan is literally a
She
stallion.
is very small.
That
Tall.
is
She is very
wild.
small. And then going back to like the hair topic, I'm such an afro type of girl that I love afros. I
Y'all
love
catch
when
me
you
next
go.
time. We'll be matching.
But I love like when black women go on there and represent themselves with their natural hair.
Absolutely.
I love that. Even if that wasn't just her hair, I just love the fact that she tried to incorporate some type of curl and some type of volume into her set. I love that. And I do notice that with fashion this year, or I don't know if it's just like the MTV like theme or the VMA theme this year, but I do notice that I've been seeing a lot of like jungle type of looks, like a lot of caveman, Flintstone, like the cutout and all the tones, like all of it is giving like into
Yeah,
the
was
jungle.
that the theme or something?
I know what I'm saying. Like I'm
the award show
seeing
had a
that.
theme. To
They
be
all
honest.
were in a group chat. They was
But
in
it
a
was-
group.
In the
Yeah.
group me.
Yeah.
That's what it gave.
Guess who missed the group me? Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj missed the group me. I only do that since Maya is a fan, and you know,
I'm a barb too.
I'm a
You have to be a
music fan.
barb. You have to be a
I'm a
barb.
music fan.
As
You
a
have to be
Nicki
a barb so
fan,
you don't get shot.
I'm
No.
not the Nicki fan that's
No.
like hardcore. Oh, Nicki can do no wrong.
I know.
I will say that I did not like. I liked the pink look up until that mermaid part. That did not eat.
I actually really liked it. It gave sort of like Beetlejuice but bubblegum.
Okay.
Like it had the tight corset with the little lace and the bows with the matching veil. Like I feel like she needed like a little umbrella or something.
I just never like when see-through or mesh outfits have like visible like stitching in it. I don't like that.
I feel like it needs to be seamless. And on top of that, I don't know, it just gave me like bubblegum Mary Poppins.
Oh,
I didn't like
not
it.
bubblegum,
I didn't like it. I didn't like that. I wasn't really feeling it. It gave me Corpse Bride. I didn't really like that one. Her later outfits, yes, but that one right there, it was a hard no for me.
I did not like
And
the
was
performance one.
the veil for,
Yes.
was it giving funeral or was it giving wedding?
Well, she
Rebirth.
lifted it when she started talking in the beginning of her host speech, like the beginning of her intro monologue. She like lifted it.
But we know who you are. We know you're coming to host.
So I
we
assume
already
gave
know.
wedding.
Maybe.
I assume wedding.
Okay.
I did not like the second look. I did not like the performance look.
I liked it.
I did not.
I liked
my
it.
favorite one.
It gave grown and sexy. It gave
Thank you.
MILF. It gave
Literally,
I'm a mother.
literally, because she's a mother now, new body. I mean, not really new body, because she got that all
She's
refixed.
been had
But it's
that
just like,
body.
you know, yeah, it was like if it's
But not her
giving
thighs
mother.
match. Hallelujah.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. And we have not seen her since the baby. Not really. Like, she's been dropping singles, but there's no albums. She's releasing like a new album.
Pink-
So it's like
Pink-
this is like her, you know, coming
Pink
into
Friday
like
too.
yeah.
When is retirement for these people?
Listen,
You know how football players have a cutoff? Like, you 35 now.
They know better. Yeah, they know better.
I
What's
feel
these
like she
rappers?
knew better in this outfit. I think it wasn't bad
Oh, wow.
per se. I didn't dislike it because it was ugly. It was it was grown, it was sexy, it was
Yes.
cute, but it was little black panty set
Okay.
with the lace overlay. It was very sleek. It was very Nicki Minaj. What I didn't like about it is the fact that that was her performance outfit, and she's trying to move and she's trying to rap and she's trying to like get back into like the Roman days.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there and she's pulling on it every 30 seconds, like
Yeah.
literally
Real.
like holding it up at one point and rapping because it's just
It
slipping
keeps
and
falling
sliding.
and yeah.
Yeah, because her boobies is really big.
Right, but I'm saying if when the girls are full chested,
Yeah.
trust me, I know. You got
We
to,
know.
You got
That
to
was
wear a
an
little.
issue with the Met Gala when her cups were too small.
Right.
And they was just off.
Because you got to
Out.
you got to have a little extra something over it. Unless the whole thing is just going to.
Come crumbling down and out and sideways.
And if we don't want to flash the good people of America, then
I mean, who said we don't?
I don't. I personally, I
They
think
they asked for a show.
you should.
I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
they literally asked for a
Because
show.
I'm
They
not
got the
gonna
show.
lie, I watched it on Nickelodeon and I was like, why is this on Nickelodeon? But that's my
You know
point.
what? Neither here nor there. Why is it on Nickelodeon? But you know what? That's nigga night. It's giving Nick at night.
It was
It's
on
giving
night
Nick
for
at
sure.
night.
Yeah.
But I like that look. I did. I do
liked
see what
it.
you're talking about, like the malfunctions she was
Yeah,
having.
it was.
But
It was
I
just too much for
like
me.
it. I love like sleek black look. Like that was the Corpse Bride look she should have gave us. The other one
Yeah.
just gave, Princess Fair.
I think the girls are getting creative.
Absolutely.
But back to like the
Absolutely.
cutoff thing. When would she enter like her MC Light, Queen Latifah type era? Like
When she gonna
just
put the shorts and the snapback on?
and just,
Nicki
pull the
Minaj?
back- No, not like that. But like,
Yes.
no, not
Yes.
like that. No, not like that.
Yes.
That's not what I mean. I mean like playing the back when it comes to the rap girlies. Like we know that Queen Latifah, MC Light, those are like icons when it comes to like female rap. But they have their flowers enough to where they don't have to be at every award show, be on every stage, release
Well, okay,
every album.
So this
like
is,
they know
this is the thing,
who they are.
Which is just slightly off topic, but she went on a podcast a couple
She
days
as
after
in-
the show.
She as
She
in
is
who?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay.
Went on a podcast a couple days after the show and was discussing why she has so much beef with these rap girlies. And she was sitting there literally crying, explaining like, I feel like they didn't give me enough love. Like Ice Spice did it right. Ice Spice dissed Cardi in a song just so she wouldn't have to fight with you. Like,
She was mad at Ice Spice again?
no, she gave Ice Spice as an example, like, Ice Spice did it right, like, that's why I rock with Ice Spice. But Ice Spice dropped the whole song and was like, sorry to Cardi, but I'm a Barbie. Like, had to diss her in a whole song just so
Like,
you can
stand
invite
clear.
her,
Yeah.
just so you would actually accept her invitation to do a remix. I feel like to a lot of these rap girlies' point, at no point in time should I be bowing down, kissing your feet just to
Right.
have a career.
Yeah.
Like, my career is going to stay, like, you've done what you needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you went through the hard part. You did the chart topping. You did it. You were number one. You were the
Mm-hmm.
first. You've done the hard part, so now we could be here.
Yeah.
What point is it? Like, I'm acknowledging that you're the influence behind what I do. I'm acknowledging the fact that I write music because I listen to your music. Why do I gotta kiss your feet?
Okay, but what I do remember is that one time it was a video coming out of Nikki kissing Lauryn Hill's feet when she came into her dressing room. So I feel like, you know, he's like, I give out so much and I get nothing back. I think that's the vibe she's on. It's like, I kiss Lauryn Hill's feet. Why can't y'all kiss mine? And I feel like, Nikki, okay, cool, you did your big one. You're humongous one, actually.
Yeah.
But we don't got to kiss your feet, baby. We can not kiss at all, actually.
Not kiss at all.
Yeah. We could just, thank you, Bookie.
You know, just a little.
Now back to my rap song.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, just a little. And the thing is, I feel like she's trying to make up for the fact that she was really like blacklisted at one point in time, like the whole Nicki hate train. So I feel like she doesn't really have a sense of time right now. Like your time has passed.
I feel like she's under attack.
Don't get me wrong, I'm Barb, through and through. Like mixtape Nicki is like my favorite Nicki, but it's like at the same time, you have to know when to stop.
Yeah,
and right now
it's a level of humility.
Yeah, right.
And I feel like she was like, y'all dog me out so much. Now that I'm back, I gotta kiss my.
And I would like to remind her that she did the same thing to the Little Kims and the Trinas and the Foxy Browns, which had they not been as vulgar as they had been, there would be no room for her to go to even do Pink Friday. Like Pink Friday was the first of its kind, but had Trina not
no, we love
Trina. Like, had Trina not said all them crazy things, like, no, if she would have came out with Roman, they would have been like, baby girl, mental institution.
Yeah.
Like, it's time.
Go sit.
So I feel like someone should definitely remind her of that.
Yeah, because I don't remember her kissing Lil Kim's feet.
And did not.
You didn't kiss Foxy's feet.
And did not.
You didn't kiss Queen Latifah's feet. And I mean, you kissed Lauren's, but let's just be real. That was just like on your heart.
Yeah.
You could be like, oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate your love. If that's on their heart, but if it's not on their heart, you can't fault them for that. Because me personally, I love me some Issa Rae, but I will never get on my knees and kiss her feet.
Yeah.
I refuse to. Yeah. I don't like feet.
No.
I like feet. We don't like feet.
We don't. Back on the conversation. Timberland. Now,
with the hot mess.
I love Timberland. And I don't hate this outfit. But
you don't.
I don't because I think, like, honestly, if you look at, like, the things he, like, does to, like, interviews and stuff, like what he wears to interviews and stuff, this is not bad. This is not the worst we've seen. But it feels like someone called him and was like, you remember where you're supposed to be at right now? And he got up and was like, oh
man, let me get up and go.
Like, where my shoes at?
That's really what it gave. It gave me 2012. It really brought me back to like 2012.
It gave
designer.
him to go hang out with my homeboy for a couple hours.
Literally.
It gave, what's that girl name from Radio? The girl that played
Radio Rebel? Radio Rebel. I'm Radio
Not
Rebel.
Debbie Ryan.
It gave.
Don't play.
That's what it gave. It didn't give, oh my God, that's so cute. It didn't give, oh, he ate. It gave nothing but.
Where's he from?
I didn't like it.
Where's he from?
He's from Atlanta.
That's
it's
not
giving me
even
like
fit
Cali.
for that.
It's giving me Cali.
It's giving me, where's your calculations?
It's something about like plaid on plaid fits for me that always
and
throw
it was
me
lime
off.
green.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
don't
hat.
like that. It's the hat that has nothing to do with the lime green or anything.
Well, I didn't
And
put
then
the hat on.
the
You
watch,
didn't get a
because you
haircut.
got to remember this Timberland.
Right. It's Timberland.
Timberland had a cream. You got to remember this to watch. Yeah, it didn't give.
Ridiculous.
He's still Timberland.
Love
He's still
Timberland.
He's still
You know what I mean? Even the shoes. But that outfit, didn't he? And I was talking about that later.
And back to what we said in the beginning of the show. Sweetie. Sweetie. What are we doing?
Hands up, don't shoot.
Listen.
I kind of liked it.
I like the bone. Thuggish, ruggish, bone.
I could not stand the bone.
It's the thuggish, ruggish bone. That's what it gave. It gave.
I like that.
It was like
that
cute.
one.
That's
That
why.
one was
Like
cute.
that's why when I said the girlies are being creative this year, they were trying to be.
And back to my
It
Flintstone.
gave-
I mean, it was
waves.
probably more
It
for like a
gave
Met
Velma
Gala.
Flintstone.
That's what I'm
It
saying. You
did.
seen the pattern
Yeah.
here? It's giving caveman, cave woman core.
They had a group me.
I'm singing.
I feel like I would have liked it a little more maybe if it was shorter, like almost in a like an actual intentional
Yeah.
Flintstone way.
Yeah.
But the floor
She loves a long
gown
dress.
and then the literal collarbone. Like
I didn't even realize that's like really a play on
Like,
words. Like she
oh,
really ate that.
like-
Like no, I like it even more now that you
No.
even pointed that out. It's a collarbone.
You
Like,
actually are
it's
a
a
great lawyer.
collarbone. Like,
Great lawyer.
No.
You're convincing me.
No.
I loved it.
I liked it. Now, I
loved
do
it.
think that you're right. If it was short, it would have been cuter, but it was still cute. I don't think Sweetie can ever go wrong with her outfits most of the time. Sometimes it don't eat, but usually it does, and I liked it. She could pull off a lot of things. The icy gal, she be icy.
I don't think I think it was a lot going on. I think it was too much for me too because it had the cutouts on the side, and then it had like this little glitter triangle at the hip, and then the whole thing was bedazzled, and then you had the bone, and then you had her makeup on top of it, and then she wore a necklace with it. It was too much.
So for you, you're looking for more like a
Overstimulated.
minimalist type of. Yeah, you're looking for like
Yeah.
more minimalist type of.
I think even if she was just to stay with like the pink floor length, I feel like a lot of like her accessories or her makeup, I just don't feel like it was cohesive enough to be just that.
Okay.
You know?
I
Yeah.
loved it though.
I
The
did too.
collarbone, that ate. Oh my god.
The way
when
that
I
you
saw
pointed that
it-
out,
Yeah,
and
why
we
would you
were
point
like,
that out?
Actually,
I pointed it out because when she was stuttering on the teleprompter, she like literally like was resting her head on it. Like she was like, oh, "Okay, it's time
she
to
was
go
like,
again." Yeah.
if you could just,
Yeah.
It gave. I've said lip gloss, and it's good,
No.
and it's glossy.
That's what we don't
That
want to
little
do.
girl,
I loved her. No, I
No.
like. Cause she's a businesswoman.
right,
She's a businesswoman.
right.
I would have took a blazer.
Oh my god.
I would have took a
Oh my
blazer.
God.
I would have took a blazer.
See, I would have gave up. I'd be like, girl, next. That'd be me. Just gave up.
Moving on, we'll be jumping into performances in the next segment. You're watching the review on CAU TV, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the review as we wrap up coverage of the MTV VMA Music Video Awards, and it's finally time to talk about the biggest part of the night, the performances. The show was bilingual this year due to the fact that Shakira was the video vanguard recipient, and so it was a lot of switching back and forth between English, not only in presenters and performances, but also advertisements, which I thought was a really cool part of the show. I think Shakira really set like the whole night, low key.
Yes.
Personally, Megan and Cardi B had my favorite performance of the night, but I think Shakira had the best performance of the night.
Yeah. She performed.
Yes.
It gave Coachella.
I liked it. Even though I don't really listen to Shakira besides Beautiful Liar, that's like the only song I know about her. But I love how she just came out of her marriage and just was like, here I am again. Like, you know, my hiatus is done.
Wait,
like,
didn't she like go to jail or something?
No.
When she got out?
No.
Bankrupt, something.
Okay, so the Colombian government tried to get her on a little tax fraud moment.
there we go.
But basically they said she ain't proved no fraud, so she's free to go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hey!
But after that, and then a cheating husband,
Oh!
like, and the full
Is he
divorce.
cute?
He's a soccer player.
He not cute then.
I don't know. I don't know what he looks like.
I don't understand why these men that look like they just, and they get this beautiful woman they cheat
But
on.
he's a soccer player, so I feel like he's like really built.
We're chasing build now?
I don't know what that man looks like.
We're not going to do build over face. We're
I
never
don't know
going to
what
do
that
build
man
over
looks
face.
like.
He
That
better
man might be
be-
gorgeous.
better
Never.
be eating
Yeah,
the men
he
up,
better.
down,
He
side,
better.
between,
Because a
in
man
the
could
middle,
be.
hit
I'm
the
sorry to
Dougie.
that man.
No.
If he was
If
walking
this
down the
is
street,
a
I wouldn't know who he
Jay-Z
was.
No, because a
Beyonce.
man could have a beautiful body sculpted and still like who did it and why in the face.
Right.
So no, we're never gonna put build over
Heavy
face.
on the why.
Why? Why?
Besides the point, Shakira did what she needed to do. She brought back the true art of performing. When was the last time you saw a pop girly drag a mic stand across the stage?
I haven't seen
When
it
was the
in a while.
last time you saw them get low with a guitar?
They really did. They really did. And the thing is, like, she had
You
them
ain't
crawling on
seen
the
it
floor. And it's back to the caveman thing. She had them on the sides of the cave.
Right.
Yes.
I was like,
Group
Group me.
There
They
was a
on their
Group Me.
Zoom. They were on their
They
Zoom.
were on the Zoom.
Right.
They were
On
on
their
the
Zoom.
Zoom.
And their cameras are on. Eat them up.
Speaking of on the Zoom, I think out of all of the Spanish performances of the night, besides Shakira, Peso Pluma actually really, really impressed me.
Yeah.
So he did this rap song over like a mariachi style like actual track, which I think is very interesting. I'm from LA, so I grew up listening to like all the different mariachi bands and like hearing like the high school bands, and so like it's a very traditional thing. It's a very like almost their equivalent of our like Negro like spirituals,
Yeah, it's
like
like
the
sacred.
hymns.
Yeah, it's very sacred.
So like to hear like the switch up was like really fun for me because I was like, he's really tapped in. Like that's something we don't.
I love a good hood jam.
I do. Karol G did not really impress me. I thought there's a lot going on in her set. I thought there was a lot going on in Anita's set. And I wish there was less because those songs are actually like really, really popular right now.
She just had a concert down here too in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like the whole city was shut down for Karol G. Like they were walking.
I wanted to experience like the funness of that song because if you listen to the song, like it's really fun, it's very flirty, both of them. But I feel like the performance was just too over the top that we like are watching everything happen and not listening to what is being said.
Yeah, because Shakira, she does a really great job of balancing performance and production.
Absolutely.
And then the actual voice. Like she still sound good, she still looks good, she still dances good, but also she's not doing too much. If you're gonna do a lot in your performance, it's only so much you can do in that production, baby.
Yeah,
sure.
You can't have the Beyonce set and then give me a whole dramatic flipping over everywhere dance. It's too much. I'm overstimulated. My brain hurt, my face hurt, my head hurt. Everything just hurt. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's where Olivia Rodrigo lost out this year.
Yeah, because why did the whole set collapse? That was a part of the show.
Because
girl, bye.
It was
Get off the stage.
It was a recreation of the actual vampire music video, but it happened so abruptly that it was sort of like
too much to take all in. It looked like a blooper. Like, oops, cut the cameras.
Yeah,
like girl, who was on props this time?
They came in and kicked all her props down.
Literally.
Like,
yeah, no.
But me personally, like you said, Bongos was your favorite performance. I gotta give it to Young Money.
Really?
I gotta give it to Young Money. I love when Wayne and Nicki get together. Like I love it because Wayne is just such a performer on his own. He don't need nobody else on the stage. He's gonna come on there
in that little saggy belt,
firecracker, right?
And
them three dreads. He gonna shake them to the end. And when he come out there,
when
he's
Sexy Red said "Shake your dreads," that
wasn't
for
talking
him.
to Wayne. That wasn't talking to Wayne. It was talking to Wayne. It was never talking to Wayne. And Wayne thought they was. It's that one dude that you don't invite to the function that pull up. That's how it was. That's how he is in the dread community. It's like the one dude that play the back. Like he's there, but he's not there. Shake your dread.
You guys are sick.
I loved it. I loved it. He kept the hoodie on. No jump scares. He kept the hoodie on. And you know what? I love when he performs. I do.
Yeah, I feel like Lil Wayne has some type of hold on these women.
Yeah.
Because he'll drag them through the mud, kick them, hit them, spit on them. And they go, I just love Wayne so much.
I love Wayne.
It's crazy.
Wayne's the best.
I think, at least for me, as fun as Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj's performance was, the rest of the 50 years of hip hop sort of lacked for me.
Blah.
Because it was the buildup of the whole night. It lasted like legit like a minute and 30 seconds. LL Cool J popped out, which I always love it. LL Cool J.
Listen,
moment.
LL.
I always love LL Cool J.
I love him.
Listen.
Girl.
Listen.
Girl.
You know who I like?
Mama said knock you out. All right.
You know who I like?
Muscle Bound Man and put his face in the sand.
M-E-T-H-O-D.
Man. M-E-T-H-O-D.
Started.
Girl.
If he said lay on that train track, I'ma come in a minute.
Come
to
baby.
Oh Lord.
Take me.
But I think overall the 50 years of hip hop just was not long enough, especially for MTV to be sort of like the standard of like how hip hop was distributed throughout the 90s and the early 2000s.
I don't think I ever enjoy fully one of the 50 years because they're always missing
something. Yeah.
You're missing something.
And it's like they exclude a lot of people, or a lot of people just like turn it down. Maybe.
Yeah. Like, why at the Grammys did we go from Method Man to Glorilla? How did we make that? Where the in between is gone. What happened?
I'm really excited.
Oh, because they don't like that girl. Dang.
I'm really excited for the BET Hip Hop Awards, which are coming up very soon.
They better eat.
So we're gonna cover that because I hope that they capture everything.
The review watch party?
Yes.
One thing in all the performances of the night that I think actually did capture everything was Diddy's performance.
Yes.
Diddy brought out Young Miami. I said, girl, get your sugar daddy.
I know that's
now.
right.
Come on,
I know that's
Carisha.
right.
I know. I know that's right.
I know that's
I know
right.
she just happy. You know, I like their dynamic. It gives very much dynamic.
It gives like
I'm
strictly
crying.
business. Strictly business.
like
a little
it.
play, you know, a little
It's
play.
cute. Like it's like not. It's like I like when relationships are real with each other. Like
Yeah.
we know good and well we not gonna.
We're not getting married.
We're
and
not
all
doing this
that,
for real.
But it's like,
So
you
let's
know,
just have fun.
Yeah.
And I love that for them. And I love that he just so old but so young. I like when old people live in their youth. Drag it out till you can.
I'm crying.
His son skipped across that stage and that little Diddy bop he always
Oh,
The twins
Christian.
were there?
Christian, let me tell you something, brother.
Stop it.
Ricky, when I catch you,
gives. I catch you.
listen to me.
I love a family affair. I
Yeah.
really
They
do.
are adorable.
And then for
I like when you
Diddy's
take care of his
career,
kids.
I think Faith Evans should have been there, but that's just me.
Faith Evans, I learned about this tattoo she got.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Faith's decisions when she was rocking with Diddy back in them days. But I think if we're gonna have the conversation about Diddy, just because he was such a prolific producer, more than the actual music artist, I think we need more of those music artists to actually join him on stage when we talk about his
Yes.
career and his impact. I don't think. I think his performance had everything it needed to have for the type of show that MTV's were. It had his family, it had like the guests from the past and his present guests, and it had his little promotion. It was a great setup for the album he just dropped.
Definitely.
But I think that if we're gonna talk about Diddy, we got to bring Faith in. Because we can't talk about Biggie without Diddy. We can't talk about Biggie without Faith.
She's a part of the foundation
Right,
of
absolutely.
what Bad Boy was. Like
Yeah.
Little Kim. Like I feel like a lot of times they forget about the women who also
Yes.
built Bad Boy.
Yeah.
And they were a key component as to why Bad Boy is as big as what it is. It's not just men hopping in the booth and rapping. Like
Right.
there's
Yeah.
vocals. There's
Lil' Kim was hitting with the
samples.
bop, ba top, ba top,
Exactly.
bop, the bop.
And I don't think
every time.
And without Little Kim, without Biggie, like truth be told,
know
as
what it
wonderful as Diddy is, I don't think we would have.
He's a
felt-
producer. He's a
I don't think we would have
producer.
felt as strongly as we do about Diddy. I don't think Diddy would have had as impactful a career without Little Kim, without Biggie.
Because he's not a rapper. He's a
And
producer.
he needed them.
Right.
Yeah, he's a
He needed
producer.
them.
His
He knew
artists
that.
speak for him.
He knew it.
Yeah.
He said, listen, figure something out.
I got this idea, right?
Like, come on. Just say a couple words. Put them together.
This is what floated around our group chat.
Wait,
though.
hold on. We got to talk about this. I feel like Diddy needs the credit for glorifying Biggie the way he did, because I saw a picture of Biggie one day.
Well, okay.
And
Truth be
I
told-
was like, he made him a star?
Truth be told, Biggie and Tupac had very questionable sort of morals and a life. I think because they did not live to be very old, and because they had such a hyped career in that short amount of time, people remember them differently. Like, they tell the story differently.
No, I
because
meant looks.
well, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Okay.
I don't know how to even answer that.
He did a great job. He said,
Well,
I
I
see star power in both the ways that you're looking.
Oh.
Well, his job was to make us a rapper. His
Yeah.
job was to put a rapper on, and he put a rapper on.
Put
Exactly.
him on.
Listen, the music speaks
Current
for
rappers
itself.
we have
that are
not
like
very.
they're not that, okay? But the
They're a
music
little
speaks for
questionable.
itself. The lyrics they speak for themselves. It's talent at the end of the day.
Yeah.
like Lil Baby. I rock with Lil Baby,
Lil Baby's kind of cute. I ain't gonna.
All right, that's where we're gonna be real with ourselves.
and we're gonna move on.
We are.
So,
We are.
Y'all are haters.
we
You know
are.
what it is? I ain't gonna say on live television, but y'all know what it
You
is.
was hating on Biggie.
Here's the thing. Biggie is actually scared. Sorry. Never mind.
here's the thing that floated around our group chats the night of the VMAs. Diddy looks exactly like our director / producer / former co-host, Mr. KJ.
Put a picture up now.
That does look like KJ.
He looks a lot like KJ. So my
He's
question,
not gonna like that. KJ.
my question to Mrs. Jenkins: did you ever meet Diddy, ma'am?
You know your daddy?
Oh, how do you know your daddy? Do you know your
Did
daddy?
you ever meet Diddy?
You ever met
Because
his dad?
I would not be surprised.
Since you don't know your father,
It's like an
we
uncle,
found him.
Maybe like an uncle.
The jig is
It's
up.
giving
No,
uncle.
he looks
If your
exactly
mama
like
was
that.
You
outside-
look like your uncle. I look like my uncle.
If your mama was getting down back in them days in them streets, and you don't know who your
I
daddy
didn't say
is.
all that about his mama.
Right, about his
No,
mama.
I meant like young and turn. Bro.
About his
I mean young and turn.
I'm just saying.
I ain't
Sir?
saying she was out here just, you know,
You look
pop
like Diddy.
locking.
It's giving.
Sir, you look like Diddy.
It's giving KJ Combs.
That could be.
Sir,
a
you look like
cousin.
Diddy.
It's giving KJ Combs.
The
You gotta
last-
find that out because he take care of his kids. You get a nice life out of that. Get that test immediately.
The last performance that I want to talk about actually happened in the very first. It happened in the pre-show. It was Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
With emails that I can't send forward. She performed a little medley of like her most viral songs right now. She's currently opening for Taylor Swift, so that's a big deal. It's a big deal on the second leg. The thing that's making her go viral is the outros to the song Nonsense. So
Yeah.
Nonsense is very sexual in nature.
Okay.
And she has a new outro for every city. She did an
Yes.
outro for her tour. Now she's doing outros for Taylor Swift's tour, and I think it was a little risque
like the
for the
outros.
national television. He said it's bigger than a movement.
Bigger than what?
A movement. You know, the actual MTV awards that they hand out?
Girl, you lying. No, it ain't. He's a liar.
Is it bigger than a movement?
There is a Guinness.
That's what she
Wrong
said.
show. Wrong show.
That's what she
What
said.
is it called? A Guinness? What?
Guinness?
Guinness Book
The
of
yeah.
World
World
Records.
Record book.
Yeah.
The man that got it, he in there. That brother is lying.
I'm just.
I love her. I've been loving her ever since Can't Blame a Girl for Trying. Like, I just
Yes,
love
absolutely.
her.
What was
I
she
love
in?
her.
Girls Meets World?
Yes.
Hey.
She really did. I just think that it was a little risque for the type of show that we were at. Precisely.
Bigger
Was,
than a movement.
that's what she said.
Who
Listen.
is he? Yeah.
She could
Listen.
have meant something else for the kids' sake.
As far as I'm concerned, Sabrina
should-
Carpenter
she
ain't
could
got
cut
no
that part.
man.
She could cut that part to
Ooh,
herself.
that means she young and Sarah. Y'all, hey?
Oh no,
Listen,
we're not.
I love the good outros, but I do think that was a little much
Maybe.
for the VMAs. Like,
No,
I
I'm
think
all
it's
for
your own show. So like she did a performance of Nonsense at the Grammy Museum in LA, and she basically censored out. She shortened the outro and censored it out, and she was like, "I'm gonna be appropriate for the museum." So why not be appropriate for the show?
It's a bigger platform, though. My thing
get
is,
that.
she's a smaller artist. We've been knowing her since Disney,
Right.
and her career still hasn't taken off. So I feel like if you're going to make a move, it would be now on a
feel like-
large platform.
I feel like opening for Taylor Swift is a little bit of a large
It is,
platform.
It is,
though.
but she's just now doing that.
Okay.
And she's been in the game for how long? And she's just now doing that. So now that I'm invited to the MTV Awards and I'm performing, even if it is the show,
Right.
even if it's not the main stage, listen,
Baby.
I'm going to make a statement
For my
because
big one. The biggest one of the big.
and it is.
What Lotto say? Big what? Listen.
I don't know
Because
what
she hasn't been on a stage this big since Disney. Now doesn't really
Probably
count as a
not.
stage.
Right.
Probably.
And she can now be herself because, you know, them Disney kids.
The contract.
They
The contract
be
is
the
over.
worst
The contract
ones.
is over.
Contract is
They
over.
be the worst. They be holding that stuff in for the longest. We let it out, baby. I am scared. This how you behave. This is who we are. This is what we
Right.
represent.
Cyrus.
As much as we were talking about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj catching, like, and getting in contact, I was wondering if we were going to get Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter in
Was
contract,
that beef real?
giving all their drama. It was in fact real.
What?
It was in fact
Why?
real.
For
Over that boy that's still with Disney, and now that they're both done, it seems like the beef has kind of cooled down. But it seems like they were still kept apart at the award show and on the red carpet.
What was they gonna do? They wasn't gonna do nothing.
I don't think they were gonna scrap, but you know,
They
I
it
would-
was gonna be a bombastic side.
I
eye.
would've
They
been a
wasn't
little
gonna do
bitter.
nothing.
I would have been a little bitter. That's
probably
just me.
been
Have it. But you know, you gotta keep professional. It's a big stage.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a
They
big
know how to
audience.
behave.
Millions
They
of
was on
people watch
Disney.
that award.
Well,
Yeah.
They be the worst ones, like I said.
Millions of
Never
people
mind.
watch that award show. They have no choice but to be on their best behavior.
Yeah.
I
This is
feel
your
that.
career on the line.
People get blacklisted.
But
all
they
the
could get
time.
that bad girl rap. You know, the white women they get that kind of prop for being, you know,
Yeah.
crazy. They get the she's a
I don't
bad
think-
girl.
I don't think, honestly, I feel like she's trying to be like a tame Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
You know?
tamed.
Yeah, because
Oh.
she's doing like, basically the whole album is about like heartbreak and sex and she's wearing like these cute little skimpy outfits, and so she's not twerking on stage, but she's still like.
It's like a tease. Like
I
a
don't think I
tease
want to
show.
see her twerk on stage, however.
I would
Right.
like to see
She
that.
took
Yeah,
that
I'm glad she
creative-
knows better.
Yeah.
Yeah, then so.
But that's what it reminded me of. It kind of reminded me of like now I can talk about things
Yeah.
in the same way, but it wasn't as drastic as
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Lindsay or Miley.
I see where you're coming
Yeah.
from because
Yeah.
like
Bella
she
Thorne.
eased into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she eased into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I was
like
scared.
it's like Zendaya and Euphoria. Like, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you ease into something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She
can.
definitely didn't ease into that crack addiction, but nonetheless,
And on that note,
Yeah.
ease was ease.
and on that
And on that
note, I think that's where we'll end it here.
Wrap this up.
Thank
this
you
up.
so much for joining us today here at The Review, and catch us next time where we go over the BET Hip Hop Awards. Thank you so much to my co-hosts, Amaya Kaylin and Genesis Utopia. This is The Review on CAU TV, and we'll see you next time.